Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 5 Minutes with Phil. It is Friday, and we have hit the end of the work week. I hope this week has blessed you as you've tuned in this week, and I'm glad that you have joined me on this day together. Here we are. It is November the 6th. Wow. And I want to finish this look from the book of Matthew in the story where Jesus and his disciples were taking a little shortcut to get from one place to another, taking a shortcut through a grain field, and the Pharisees pop out of nowhere, and they say, hey, your disciples are eating grain on the Sabbath. That's wrong. They're sinning. And that was a ridiculous look at the law. And then Jesus has kind of a dialogue with them, and I want you to look at verses 7 and 8 of this chapter. And I want you to see how Jesus ends this passage, because it's very, very important for us. Look at the screen. Here's what it says. If you had known what these words mean, I desire mercy, not sacrifice, you would not have condemned the innocent. For the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath. I want to focus on that phrase, and it's actually a quote from the book of Hosea that Jesus is given here. And he says, I desire mercy, not sacrifice. So what's that mean? Does that mean that Jesus didn't want any kind of sacrifices anymore? No, don't get this wrong. But here's the deal, okay? Now, who's he talking to? All right? He was talking to a bunch of religious leaders named the Pharisees, and here's what they would do. They would twist the first 5 books of the Bible, which we call the law. They would twist that around, and they would use it as like a hammer to beat people up with, to the point where the disciples were just merely picking heads of grain and eating them because they were starving. And they said, no, you're working. You're in sin. It's ridiculous. But the Pharisees were doing that all the time. And then Jesus says, look, I want mercy more than I want sacrifice. What's Jesus saying here? And I want you to catch this. The Lord is more concerned with what comes out of your heart than what comes from your habits. A lot of people think that if I just do this and do that, and I do this and I do that, then everything's great with God. Well, I've been around long enough now to know that there are plenty of people that do a lot of churchy things and their hearts just are not right with God whatsoever. Sometimes they're mean, they're nasty, they lie. Maybe there's still some sin in their lives, but they may go to church every time the doors are open. So what's Jesus saying? I want mercy more than I want sacrifice. Jesus is saying, I want what's going on in your heart more than I want a bunch of religious activity. Now, the religious activity is important. Going to church is important. Reading your Bible is important. Clothing the naked and feeding the hungry and helping the poor, that's all good. So don't get me wrong there. That's awesome. But Jesus is saying, look, don't just do stuff. Have a transformation in your heart. Don't just change your habits. Change your heart. And I think God's message to us as we go into the weekend is this. Let's not be content with doing stuff to try to get on God's good side. Because, trust me, God cannot be bribed. Rather, let's work hard at trying to have a heart for God. Because if your heart is right, then your habits will follow. I guarantee you. If your heart is where it needs to be, then your actions are going to be where they need to be as well. And with that, I want to close today. All right? God bless you. I pray that you have a great weekend. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.